was going through my journal and reviewing some of the words that the Lord had given me and what the Lord had been speaking. And I was surprised to discover that back on February the 27th of this year, he had issued really a very strong word. And this is from Jude 1, verse 3. Contend earnestly for the faith which was once for all delivered to the saints. Contend earnestly for the faith. I had just been also reviewing the promises and covenants that the Lord has made with me over the years, and realizing, of course, that so many of them had yet to be fulfilled. And so I just started listing them and putting dates by them and seeing how many years it had been. And it built my faith, actually, but it was a wonderful reminder and a marker as things I know are marked in the spirit, like an altar. They were really, I felt, they represented altars that I had built before the Lord with the word of the Lord and with worship and with tears and praising Him back through the years at these different times. As we see in the Old Testament, each time someone would come to a place and they would encounter the Lord, they would have an encounter with the living God. They would build an altar and they would mark the place with stones and with an altar. And so I saw these promises through the years, some dating back to 1988, 89, 1990, before many of you were born. And there I had built an altar and made note of these things. And so I was just recalling those things. And then the Lord quickened 1 Timothy 1:18. In accordance with the prophecies previously made concerning you, Timothy, by them may you fight the good fight of faith. So Paul was admonishing Timothy and said, according to the prophecies that have already been made concerning you, but haven't been fulfilled in your life, you need to fight with them. You need to fight the good fight of faith. You need to fight and contend earnestly for them to come to pass. So this shows us, this tells us clearly that this is not a passive thing, that just because the word of the Lord has come, a prophetic word has been uttered over us, we're not to passively sit until it manifests. No, we have a part to play in this. And so I believe the Lord is quickening that in this time of the soon manifestation of those promises, we have an enemy that is resisting us at the gate. He's resisting us, but we have overcome because He has overcome. And there's nothing that can stop us. But the Lord is saying, push through, contend. The word contend means to strive or to fight against opposition. So first of all, we need to recognize that we have opposition, that the enemy is resisting us. And the only thing that stands between us and the promise of the Lord manifesting in this time, those things that the Lord has appointed, those things that it is an opportune time to be manifested. Our part is to contend, to push through, to push against the opposition and break out and break through. For the King has already gone before us, the King of breakthrough, Jesus Christ. So we will break through, but we are to contend in this time for the promises of God, and they will manifest in our lives. In Jesus' name, so be it.